Hey, welcome back from spring break. Hope you didn't do anything I wouldn't do. This week we're going to talk about job interviews, which are this weird thing that we do in society. But we want you to be successful at it going away from Kafner, because it's not just enough that you have all of the topics and subject matter and like even social skills and stuff. You also have to be able to convey what you know and that you're a good fit and all those things to your employer or potential employer whenever you're trying to get the job, right? And so hopefully after this week, you will be in good shape to do that. This lesson has a couple different parts to it. So in addition to the lesson itself, you're going to find a job that you could reasonably do straight out of school and, find the position and turn that in. And then secondly, so that you have, the reason that we do that is so that you have in your mind, whenever you're preparing for an interview, like an actual job that you are preparing for. So the second thing that you're going to do is you're actually going to interview with us in the class. And you'll either do this A, through going through the Kafner Career Services Center, or B, you'll actually interview with I or one of the TAs during lecture time, and we'll let you know which one is which. So our objectives for the day in this PowerPoint is to what we call the PEER method, because everything has to be an acronym. We're going to teach you how to prepare for the job interview. We're going to teach you how to impress the interviewers by responding appropriately to interview questions. We're going to teach you how to exhibit the proper behavior in order to stand out. And we're going to teach you how to reiterate your interest and, like good things at the end, because the closing is just as important as the opening, all right? So first, some advice from Adam, all right? If you've not been paying attention, with each successive presentation that I've told you about, I've always told you that the first thing is to figure out what your audience needs to hear, and then give that to them, not what you have to share like in the abstract, right? Because if you can think about like where your audience is at and then meet them there, you'll probably be more successful with your talks. This is equally true in an interview, right? And here's what I mean by this. It's not about you. Most people tend to think about themselves and preparing for an interview as if they're going up to be judged on their totality as a person, right? Like, am I good enough for, everything? Did I do enough community service hours? Was I in the right clubs? Did I take the right classes? As if it's some sort of like, judgment on your life as lived so far. And that is not the case. Here's the way that it actually goes. Every organization has a mission, whether that mission is to educate kids in public school or to sell seed. And what they do is they say, we need X number of people doing X number of things to help us carry out that mission. And whenever they have an opening or a vacancy, they say, all right, like we need the best person to do a particular job, okay? And so your job as the interviewee is to find out what that job is and what it looks like in that organization and what it means to that organization to have somebody do a good job in that job, and then put yourself forward as the best candidate for that job. Not in the abstract, like, am I a good person, please judge me kind of way, but in a, am I the best fit for the organization, right? And that's much more strategic because you're thinking about what your audience needs to hear, and then you're delivering it to them throughout the interview process. So when we come back, we're going to talk about how to prepare for the interview.